Hi, welcome. I just wanted to introduce AZX and the industry, the promotional products industry, because if you're new to our company, you're probably also not familiar with the industry, and it's a pretty interesting industry. It's very different than most industries in that it's kind of secret industry, brotherhood of lanyard makers and other things. So what you'll notice if you have just been hired, and you try to do a little bit of research on our company before you came in, you would have been surprised to find that on our website you don't have a phone number or an address. And if you look at our catalog, which is here, again, you don't find any contact information. And all that you might find are all these codes, PPAI, ASI, and so on. And so this can be confusing to new hires, but it's extremely important that we explain why that is and what we're doing. So we're in the promotional products industry, and we are considered a supplier. We sell to distributors.
Any rep line 4, motivators, any rep line 4.
And they sell to end users. So in the industry, no suppliers like us sell directly to end users. It's against the rules, against the ethics. And why is that? Well, because if we did, we would be betraying the distributors, who is our customer, that we sell to the end user. And the reason we're able to sell so much of what we do, and to other suppliers of their goods as well, is because that distributor has a relationship with that end user. So somebody, Coke and Ford will have awarded the contract to such and such company, and they go to that person for all their Frisbees and Post-it notes and whatever, mugs and pens. And so if we were to sell direct, then that distributor would never order from us again. That makes perfect sense. So we would lose far more than we would gain if we were to do that. And it's not even in our interest to sell direct to the end users for a couple reasons. One is the only reason they'd be buying it is because they're buying it cheaper, so we would be essentially wholesaling it to the end user for the same price. So if we're going to be getting the same price, why would we do it? The second is the end users are not set up to do orders efficiently. They don't know anything about vector artwork and minimum orders and Pantone matching and all these other things. So frankly, dealing with distributors is incredibly efficient, and that's why we're able to do as many orders as we can. We actually are not set up, even if we had the opportunity, to deal with end users. So there's a very strict structure in place, and really none of the 1,200 suppliers, pens, mugs, T-shirts, and what have you, sells any of the end users directly, because it's not in our interest to do so. So that's why you don't find our phone number or address on the website or on the catalog, because we don't want the end user to call us, and we don't want to be perceived as making it easy for them to do so. So by not having that on there, we're making it clear to our distributors that we are on their team, we have their back. And so that's why you won't find phone numbers on any of these things. As for these are codes where if you're in these industries, if you're in these clubs, like if you're in the PPAI Association or the ASI Association, the PPC and so on, SAGE, you will be able to reverse look us up. So you key in that code and you can find out exactly who we are, because it's all database driven. So it's a sort of a sophisticated way to support our customers and not betray them. You'll find the same thing with the pricing. It's likely not been explained to you yet, but all the pricing in the catalog is coded. So in fact, the pricing is what you would call retail pricing. The pricing you see here is the pricing that the end user would pay, and letter codes which are beside it, C, D, E, and in Canada, P, Q, R, are coded so that the distributor knows the discount that he would get. And it's very practical because we're able to print a catalog that's good for any end users, and the distributor knows what his pricing is. If we printed the pricing on it, the distributor wouldn't be able to he would be showing his cost to the end user, which he doesn't want to do because he has his own markup procedures, which is none of our business how he wants to mark it up. Some people mark it up 30%, some people mark it up 40, whatever. It's not our business. So that's explains a little bit about the industry, and it also explains the coding. You'll have to get additional training to know what all the coding means. But if ever you're speaking with the customers, the distributors, you need to be very sure, you need to understand very clearly that we're not in the business of selling end users. And every once in a while, they will ask you to speak to an end user to resolve a problem or something. It's actually they who's wanting to put you together with their end user. And usually this is done when they have terrific confidence in their relationship with that customer. But it's important for you to know that we're very uncomfortable in that situation because we don't want anything to do with end users. Sometimes you'll have to do it at the customer's request to explain production constraints and stuff like that, but I would definitely advise that to be referred up to a regional manager because it's very delicate and needs to be handled delicately. So that's the structure of the industry, and I hope you enjoyed this little segment on how things work at AZX. Thank you.